Yeah. What's the general purpose, John, for that collection information statement that the IRS always makes you fill out no matter what kind of situation you're in? And you have to basically show your whole hand. You have to show all your assets, all wherever the money is, whatever accounts you have. It almost sounds like it's not a fair negotiation there.
It's really not a fair negotiation because they're not going to help you unless you disclose all the collection. Like you just said, it's a collection sheet. You're filling out a sheet so they know what they can collect off you. Okay, that's what they're doing. So you definitely have to show them that sheet because you're trying to get help from them, but there's ways to protect yourself. That's why you really need to talk to a professional. Call a law firm that's reputable, that deals with the IRS on a day-to-day basis to make sure that you're not disclosing things that you don't have to.
How long does, and you might have said this, and forgive me if you already kind of answered that question, but if you're doing, was it offer and compromise where you kind of reduce your debt?
That's when you reduce the debt.
How long does that generally take? I mean, I know that there's certain complications, but just kind of a...
Well, from start to finish, in short, start to finish is 5 years. But the actual acceptance and approval process is about 6 or 7 months. Jesse, the reason I said 5 years is because once the offer is approved, you actually have to stay compliant for the next 5 years for them to actually accept and approve the final offer. So for 5 years, you have to keep current with your tax filings. You can't run a balance with the IRS, and you have to be 100% compliant. A large part of our firm is monitoring these clients throughout the 5 years to make sure that they are filing their taxes, they aren't running balances, and they are staying compliant so that at the end of the 5 years that debt is released.
What happens if I mess up? Let's just say that I sent my check in and you know what, I wrote it out of a different account and the check bounces.
There's safeguards in place to give us 1 second chance. So if that clerical mistake happens, the IRS will accept that and you can keep moving with your offer, but it's egregious things such as not paying for several months, not answering the offer and compromise units calls, things like that. If you ignore them, it's going to be bad for you. If you're proactive and, hey, calling them, hiring counsel, things will most likely work out.